We are back and oh my god, the colour is so nice. So this is wet and look how light it is, so you can imagine what it's going to be like when it's dry. So we left it on for 45 minutes, took it through the ends for, I done it for just over 5 minutes just to cleanse out those ends. And then we toned with the Express toner. My Guy Tang, my density. So I used the Pearl, which is this one. So I'm juggling things around, so I've got clippers in my hand. So I used the Pearl, that one, and it's an Express toner. So we left on for 5 minutes. The longer you leave it on, the deeper it goes, but we wanted it quite light. So we just left it on for 5 minutes on damp, like towel damp, dry hair. And then just rinsed it all off and conditioned, and here we are. So with the haircut, I'm going to go in with a high fade. So normally what I'll do, I'll go in with a grade 2, take out the bulk, but it's not long been done since we last cut it. So I'm going to go straight in with my grade 1, but on the long setting. So in my previous tutorials, I'm going to do the same principle, but I'm just going to go a little bit higher this time. Okay, so just going to pop the clippers on. And what you want to do, you want to get in with your clippers really close to the neck and then flick out. And that way you're going to get a real nice blend. So you're just going to go straight in. So this is with my long setting. So you're going to go right in and flick out. So you go right in and flick out. And you're just going to get a real nice blend. Obviously, if the hair's a lot longer, you would go in with a longer grade just to take out the bulk. So you could go in with a grade 2 or a grade 3. But like I said, it's not long been cut, so it's just basically a top-up appointment really. But with a little bit of a twist, we're going to go a little bit higher this time with the fade. So as you can see how it's been cut now, look how light that colour's gone. Alright, so just going to work on this side. We go right up, we're going to do a high fade. And I just love the Express toners. Okay, right up. Okay, so I've gone higher. Look at that colour. Right, I'm just going to work on this side. So like I said, working in our kitchen at the moment, so a little bit of a tight space in the kitchen. So I'm doing the same as what I've done on the other side, so I'm going right up, going really close onto the scalp, and then I flick out, and you're going to get a really nice blend. Might have to move the chair over a little bit. Can we just move the chair over slightly? A bit more? That's it. That's better. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my grade 1, but I'm going to make it a lot shorter, so I'm going to push the handle right to the top, okay? So I'm just going to do the same as what I've done with the grade 1 on the longer grade, but I'm going to go ½ an inch lower than where I went before. Okay, so go straight in and then flick out. Just remember, always just flick your clippers out. Okay. So I'm just going to work a lot quicker now because I'm going to try and get all my styling done all in one video for you. So I'm just going to work a lot quicker. So you can see it's getting a lot closer now. Okay, so I'm going to work on this side. Okay, so now I'm going to take my grade 1 off and I'm going to work on my long 0. So push the lever right down. Okay, so it's not up, so it's right down. And again, we're going to go in, same as what we've done. So in my previous tutorials, I do it a lot lower, but I'm just doing the same, but I'm working up a little bit higher. So when you're doing haircuts like this, you've got to really use your eyes. And I'm doing sort of like a flicking motion. And always remember, use your thumb and pull the skin up as well. So if you need to get in a lot tighter, use your thumb and pull the skin up. And that really helps you get in a lot closer. Okay? So I'm going to do it on this side. So I'm going a lot higher than what I would normally do. Okay, so always use your thumb just to really pull that skin close. That's that. It just really polishes that haircut off. Okay, and again, just going to do this side. So you can see I'm going a lot higher. So always use the flicking motion, okay? So you can see it's a lot closer. Okay, I'm going to do the same this side. Okay, that's it. And then just to really finish it off, I'm going to push the lever right to the top, okay? I'm just going to do the flicking motion just at the bottom, okay? And that just gets all those hairs off and really close. Again, use your thumb, pull the skin up, and that's going to make your work a lot cleaner. And just clean up that neckline. With a haircut like this, you don't want it like a square line or a round line. You literally just want it from skin going into the hair. So that's the whole point of the fade. So the very bottom should be really close and tight. And that's it, so you can see the difference already. So it's skin going into hair and it all fades up nicely. Okay? So all I'm going to do with the haircut, the same in my previous tutorials, I'm going to scissor over comb everything all around here to get rid of all my clipper like line. And then I'm going to section a middle part and all the way down the hair. I'm going to work on this side and I'm going to work on this side. So it's the same as what I've done in my previous tutorials. So I'm just going to scissor over comb everything. So remember, comb in flat and then flick the comb out. So really close and then flick the comb out. You're going to get a real nice blend with the scissor over comb. So you can see my line's gone now from the clipper work, so I've just got to work around here, okay? So they came really in close and then flick out. Right, so I'm going to work on the back section. And then this side. And always check your work. Again, moving the client's head in different ways so you can catch it in different lights, especially because it's really blonde now. You might just find some loose hairs that need light coming off. Not loose hairs, but obviously hairs that catch the light. There we go. Right, just going to come around this side. Towards it. That's it. So I'm doing the same as what I've done on the previous side. And I'm always keeping my scissor blades going all the time. As I say, it's not really much sort of coming off because it's not long been cut. Okay. Just working on this side. Lovely. Okay, so that's all the scissor overcomb all done. So I'm now just going to take about 1/2 inch off the top. So I'm going to take my middle section, work on one side. So I'm just going to bring the hair straight up like a ruler. So just bring the hair straight up across, okay? And look down for me. That's it. So take my section right up. I'm going to take 1/2 inch section off. And I'm point cutting into the hair. One, because I want to add texture, and two, it takes out some of that weight. So you bring the hair straight up and then cut. So each section that I take, I'm dragging it onto the previous section. So it gets longer towards the front. So it starts off shorter towards the back, and then you're over directing your sections onto the previous section, and it keeps the length longer towards the front. So we are sort of doing square layer patterns, so we're not rounding the hair at all, we're just square layering. And we're literally just taking 1/2 inch off. And I'm just working towards the front now. Again, always bringing it onto my previous section, sorry. Keeping it longer towards that front. And then I just go back over my work and just make sure that I've got everything. So remember, we're not rounding, so we're literally bringing the hair straight up. And then that's that section done. Okay, so we're going to do the same on the previous section. Okay, so we're working the same. So bringing the hair straight up. So I'm working a little bit quicker now. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to get it all done in one video, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back, okay? So I'll see you in a minute.